Here's Queenie again, and I have Vagena here with me. I have to make sure I say the right word.
Yeah.
Because this is going to go on YouTube, and I don't know, it's not going to be great if I say something wrong.
Right.
I'll be like, no, delete her. So today we're going to be talking shit. Oh, no, I shouldn't say shit, right?
Oh, why not?
So we're just gonna talk about everything. I'm just getting to know her, and we got along so far. Oh my god, especially our bowling.
Yeah.
That was the first time we hang out for a whole entire day.
It was fun.
And we had such a great time. So today I'm gonna get to know her more.
Yeah.
So if you do have any question later on that want to ask her, just comment below, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.
Exactly.
So here's Vagena. Vagena. We're both blue hairs. I think that's why we got along.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly it.
So tell us about yourself.
Myself. Oh, that's a hard one. I hate talking about myself, but all right, I will try my best.
Just try.
Just try.
Try.
All right.
Okay.
So Vagena George. The name comes from Mean Girls.
Ooh. Is that which
Regina
one?
George.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an off play.
Yes.
I love that movie. It's like one
But
of
it's a really catchy name. I actually I wish I'd think of something like that.
Yeah, but your name's awesome. Like,
Yeah, it's like just fit Queen, you know?
Yeah.
Like Vagena is like the same. It's like so catchy.
I know, but everyone's like, don't say vagina.
I'm like, currently like, don't say it's Vagena.
Yeah, I know. Like, I love the name, but it's like, it's not super practical, but it's so funny that I'm like, I can't let it go. I love it. So.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like, I love it because it's so catchy.
Yeah, and it's
but
like
I feel sometimes I'm like so awkward, but I'm like, how do I like introducing
Right?
yourself, you know? Like, I'm like, here's Vagena, like.
I know, and then I was trash Barbie for a bit, but I can't use it anymore.
Why?
Instagram will not let me use trash Barbie anymore. Like, I made an account, like, with a different trash Barbie account after it got deleted.
Yeah.
And I just posted a selfie, like, a completely closed selfie. The account got taken down in, like, 3 days.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it because of the name?
I don't know what it is. Like, if I'm so flagged, or if, like, someone just, like, started reporting the new page instantly. I have no idea, but I can't have a trash Barbie page anymore. So, like, I had this page kind of just for, like, OF, you know, and just kind of, like, off to the side.
Yeah.
And it was, like, private, so I didn't have a whole lot of followers on it, but I was, like, kind of just kept it to the side. Now I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta use this one now. But it's like, yeah, I got, like, too many names now that I gotta, like, settle down. Like, okay. Vagena George.
Yeah, at least you're not getting deleted.
Yeah, not yet.
You know?
Not yet.
We're crossing fingers.
Yeah. I was already getting reported though.
How many times have you been deleted?
My first deletion was last March.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 accounts in a year.
No way, that fast?
That fast, yeah. And it was my ex that got my first account deleted, and he like openly admitted, he laughed about it, and then like since then I just like last a couple months like build it up, and then like the one before that, no, the one after that, sorry. So I had that first account when Instagram first started. So like it was like I had 2,000 photos on it, like I had all my memories, all my stories like completely gone.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh, I was sad about it.
That's crazy.
And then my second account lasted maybe like 8 months, and I built it back up to like what my other one was, and then it got taken down like just a couple days before Christmas.
What?
I was like,
so how do you feel about that? Like, do you think someone hates you?
Oh, I know someone is like
or
reporting
someone
me.
stalking you?
Yeah, someone is like straight up stalking or reporting me. Like I get because I have my daddy issue website with like my clothing, right?
Yeah.
And you can like email like if you have questions and stuff. They literally email me the weirdest shit like all the time. Like it's like and like and I know it's this person because like the day I got deleted, I got a really weird email.
Oh, so you know the person.
I don't know who it is.
But you have an idea.
I have an idea, but like I also get really weird emails, and now they're like emailing because I made a Vagena George site, and like now they're emailing that. I'm like,
no
like,
way.
Why? Who? Like I don't. I can't imagine like taking that much
I
time
don't-
for anybody. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much time do you like go get a life? I'm so sorry to say that,
Yeah.
but like I think we're too see a lot of people think so because we're OF girls that
Yeah.
we have all time in the world
Mhm.
and then to be honest we don't.
No.
Like legit.
My days go by so fast.
So fast.
Like it's way more fast than when I used to work 9 to 5. Like when I worked 9 to 5,
Me
days went
too,
so
yeah.
slow. Like you're like watching the clock.
I was working in format for
Yeah.
12 hours and that was like so slow. Now that I'm
Yeah.
home, I'm constantly like working.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there goes another day. Like, did I get enough done today? Like,
Yeah.
was I productive enough?
Like legit, like I'm always
Yeah.
constantly walking around the house.
Mhm.
Or even like just sitting, I'm constantly writing, what can I do? Like what
Yeah.
content can I do today?
Exactly.
It's a lot.
It is
It's
a lot. Like you're always just like trying to, and there's no like on or off. Like you're always just on. Like you're always working. You're always like, you know, like lying in bed. You're still doing something.
You're still doing, and you're always traveling too.
Yeah.
For collaboration. Like
Yeah.
you guys don't have no idea how much we travel for collaboration with our
Right?
girlfriends. Like
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
And it's alright because we get to hang out with our friends, but we're constantly thinking of what we can do.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
constantly.
And messages
Mhm.
and like editing and posting. And,
everything.
Yeah.
So trust me, if you think that we are living in our life where we get to do whatever we want and we can create the time that we wanted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when we're working, we're constantly working 24/7 because we
Yeah.
have to open our messages every single time, trying to make sure that's still working,
Right.
that we're gonna get paid.
And there's so many platforms too. That's like also
Oh
annoying.
my
It's
god!
like,
How
okay,
many
I gotta
platforms do you have?
Okay, well I like Instagram. Like I don't really use Facebook that much anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's just this kind of like its own thing. And
I
then
don't use Facebook anymore. It has too much information with everything.
yeah, like, Facebook is kind of like for my back home people.
Family,
Yeah,
yeah.
family. And Marketplace is really addicting. though. I use
That's actually
Marketplace.
me.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that
I
I
use it for
is-
Marketplace. I never like post anymore. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just, like,
that's true.
yeah, just Messenger and Marketplace.
That's
is, like,
the
all I
same.
use.
That's how I
Yeah.
video call my family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like, well,
That's all they have in Philippines.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no one has like the living there and the living here is so different. Like
Mhm.
internet wise, my grandparents don't have internet. They're like in a mountain. Like we probably if you go there, you look, but it's like oh my god, we're still in 1950s, 1960s. Because literally there's
Yeah.
nothing, nothing. So when I'm out there, I'm taking videos, but I can't post it right away because it's
Yeah.
like so.
Excluded from everything.
Secluded for
Yeah.
everything, yeah. The only time I get to see my grandparents is when they visit my mom in big city, and then that's where my mom has internet, and I get to
Yeah.
see them. But yeah, no, that's there's nothing there.
My sister, well, she's been with her man for a long time, and he's Filipino.
Oh.
And they had a baby. And the baby's
They're
so cute. Oh, I love like.
Afro babies are so
They're
cute.
so cute, like
They're
the
so
mix.
cute, yeah.
Oh, it's so adorable. But yeah, she went to the Philippines, and
Yeah.
like as like a family, we never traveled or anything like that. Like we never left Canada. Like we
No.
barely left. No, we didn't
What?
leave Saskatchewan. Like my
No
family.
way.
Yeah, like super. Like we like the. I lived in Saskatoon, and the big traveling was to Regina, and that was like 3 hours away, and that wasn't even out of Saskatchewan. Like I didn't go to West End till I was an adult. Like, and I took myself to West
Oh my
End.
god, are
like,
you serious?
Yeah, like I like lived in a bubble like when I was younger.
I can see it. Oh my god.
I know. It's like this is like a rebelling.
So
right?
this is her. I'm getting to know her
Yeah.
definitely today. That is so crazy.
Yeah, but so my sister, when she went to the Philippines, it was like huge, like eye-opener.
Would you go visit Philippines?
I would 100. I will go anywhere. Like I want to see it all, really.
So where have you been traveling?
I've never left Canada yet. Okay, like
Vagena, we're going to Vegas. I'm taking her to Vegas.
I know.
It's the perfect place to get to know each
I
other.
know. I want to like and like this
Oh my
year,
God.
this last couple of years was like my plan. I was like, okay, I'm going to travel. And COVID
You're
hit.
so different from Harley. Harley has been everywhere.
I know. I want to. Like I have the desire to travel. Like it's just like never been really an option for
Oh
me.
my god, that's so crazy.
Yeah, so like that's like when restrictions are lifted, like
Yeah.
I just want to go away. Like
Yes.
I said like my retirement plan is like to live on a beach. Like that's all I want to do.
If you could choose a place where to retire, where would you go that you know that would be a good
I think
environment?
Bali. Like I think I want to
That's
live on
true.
like
Bali's
a little
a really
loft,
good, yeah.
like on Bali.
Little loft?
I want like a really simplistic life. Like I want to be like on a loft.
Are you minimalist or?
I'm becoming one. Like I never used to be. Like before I moved to Edmonton here, like I had a 4-bedroom house. Like I had to get rid of so much stuff like to like move here, and then like I moved in with an ex. Well, he's an ex now, and then like it didn't work out, so I had to like get rid of more stuff because I had to like fit my entire life in a storage bin for like 3 months. God. And that was like my first time I traveled. That was the first time I went to like I was homeless for 3 months after leaving him, and I drove around like BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and I just like
so that would be your road trip.
That was my road trip.
Yes,
yeah.
I love road trips.
It was fun. Like I lived out of my car for like 3 months. Like I went to Kelowna. I went like all these places, and I just like met people. And, like, I just like lived a lot, like a bit for like the first time. I was like, man, like I don't ever want to get a house again. I want to live out of my car.
It is actually nice. I was actually thinking about that at one point. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I want to have like not an RV, more like a tiny home.
Yeah.
Like
I want a bus home.
That's actually pretty.
They're really cool.
I actually checked out IG with because a lot of our generation are doing that because no one can afford houses.
Yeah, right.
No one can afford it so hard, but I mean, in this generation, a lot of us has been like into nature, into exploring the world. Because like you said, like a small town, you've never been anywhere.
I've never been anywhere. I haven't seen
I'm so
anything.
shocked. I know. And it's not just you that hasn't been everywhere. Like legit, I have a lot of my friends haven't been anywhere at all. Which is so weird because I'm like, I want to go here, I want to go there.
I've always wanted to, just like, you know, when I was younger, I just like worked my ass off to like try to get ahead, and then like it never went anywhere. It was like 9 to 5 jobs, and you just like pay to live, and then like I would always have these mental breakdowns because I cannot work 9 to 5.
Okay, mental breakdown is a very, very strong physical, how do you say it?
I don't even
it's so much because it's not just mental, it becomes your physical.
Yeah, like I was having like actual panic attacks. Like I had to like take 2 weeks off work, like doctor recommended, because I had like a full-blown panic attack where I thought I was having a heart attack, and like I was like went to the doctor's office, and they were like, you need to like take 2 weeks off, like you need to de-stress, like you can't push yourself like this anymore. And then when I came back to work,
I'm so proud of you for going to the doctor, because there's not a lot of girls are able to go to the doctor and like, or to go to a therapist and talk about that, because it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's so much. And we talked about this. We talked about it. And it's not just us, like most of our friends that are like us have gone through that.
For sure. Like it's just you find your place in the world. Right? You like live and learn. Like you try to fit into the mold, and then you're like, I don't fit in the mold. Like,
and it stresses us out so much. And then we overthink. I'm an overthinker.
I am too, Like I'm constantly like thinking, But like I've learned like throughout the years now, like I go with the flow. I might overthink it, but I'm like I go with the, like I just like, okay, let's do it. Let's try it. Like, you know, it's an experience.
Just spontaneous.
Yeah.
I am the same. Now I've learned how to just go with the flow.
Yeah.
But when it's something very big, it does become an overthinker. Like I become an overthinker.
Yeah.
But now with friends and like traveling and stuff, it's like, fuck it, let's go.
Let's
I don't
just
give a shit.
Yeah,
like,
no, let's go. My backpack,
let's go. But I want to have a trip with all my girlfriends that hasn't been anywhere, because trust me, there's 5 of them haven't been out of this country.
It's crazy, right?
It's so crazy because I've been traveling so much, and I'm from Philippines, and I'm like, oh my god, like there we can't afford, so we can't really like travel a lot. But when I got a chance to live my life and like able to travel, I'm like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
We're doing next. Where's the next place I will go?
Right.
You know, but
that's how I wanna
okay,
be.
we're gonna plan that.
We got
Me and Harley has been everywhere, but this some of our friends are not. We might get into troubles.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Me and-
bound to happen.
Yeah.
Have you like actually had fun if you didn't get in a little trouble?
100%,
Yeah.
100%, right? So, since you were talking about the the Vagena name from Mean Girls,
Yeah.
I want to know, how were you in high school?
High school? Okay, I was bad. So like
What's bad? I want to know, what's bad?
Okay, so like sheltered Kaylee went from like elementary school, like I was bullied. I was like chubby tomboy, like
I didn't see you chubby.
oh, I was a chubby tomboy, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I was like very tomboy too. Like I dressed in boy clothes,
Like sweats and big shirts?
yeah. And like then I got to grade 9, and that was when I was like really became girly, like dyed my hair blonde, and was like, and I just like made this friend who like she was just like that bad girl, right? That like taught me all the bad stuff. So like
the one who's you're not supposed to be hanging out
like
with?
my mom hated her guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but like we just got into like a lot of trouble like really fast. Like, you know, from grade 8, never like smoked weed, never smoked a cigarette, like never had a drink, nothing, to like going into grade 9, like skipping school to get drunk, smoking weed, like going out partying all the time, running away from home.
Oh
like,
my god.
So like I was grade 9, I was like really, really bad. Like I'm surprised my mom had like hair left.
But
like,
you know what? Those things happen for a reason, and guess who you are now?
yeah, no, like
And
I got
you
it
learn
out of
from
my
that.
system like
Yes.
real quick. But like a lot, like you also get into like a lot of bad situations. Like I was naive,
Yeah.
so I got myself into like really bad situations.
Like bad, like
Bad.
from 1 to 10, you're like in 20.
Yeah, like I'm like
Holy-
in 20 like bad situations, and then like I stopped drinking like completely for like so grade 10 I like decided.
Okay, wait. When did you start drinking?
I grade 9, and then
And
grade
how
10.
old is grade 9?
15, I think. Yeah, like 15 years old.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's young.
I was young, yeah. Like, and I was like doing coke, and like I was like I did whatever. Like, let's fucking do it. Like, I didn't care.
That
And
was
then-
your like legit bad, spontaneous experience.
Yeah, like some people do it in their 20s. Like I got it out like 15, 16 years
That's
old.
so
Like
crazy.
bam. And then like grade 10, I stopped like doing everything because I got drugged, raped, and like it sounds so
I'm
bad,
so
and
sorry.
hospitalized. It's a learning situation, and you put yourself in those situations when you're young.
Oh my god, you're
It's
so
bad.
okay.
Like, it's
She's
bad, but,
admitting
like-
all that. Not a lot of girls can
Yeah.
admit that.
Yeah, well, I was young and stupid,
Yes.
right? But like sometimes things need to happen to like shape you, right?
Yeah.
And like as bad as that sounds, like
Yeah.
I'm not saying like every woman that happens to puts himself in that
100%,
situation,
yes.
but I did. I wasn't watching out for myself. I was hanging out with older men, like you know, like I was lying about my age. Like I'm 18, I'm not. I'm 15, hanging out with a 30-year-old. Like
Oh
bad
my
stuff
God.
happens, right?
Sorry,
So-
welcome to the show, Coco.
Coco's
After
here.
running around, so she's very friendly.
Yes.
Okay, and then
So yeah, just like I got really, really, really drunk one night at a party, and it was like very bad, and like cops came, almost got arrested because I was like, they tried to take me to a drunk tank, but
Oh
my
my
mom
God.
picked me up, and like
drink tank. So what's your experience with the drink?
I've never actually been, so that was like
Oh,
the
so-
almost time that I almost went, but like I like cry. I don't remember it. I was like completely blacked out, but apparently I was crying to the cop, being like, if you take me to the drunk tank, my dad's gonna leave my mom. Like, so you know, like,
Is that true or is it just a lie? Is that true or is it a lie?
well, like my parents have like a really different relationship, so I probably did believe it at that time because
Yeah.
like I caused a lot of fights in their relationship, right? Like
Oh,
when I was
okay.
15 being bad, like we would like have
Do
like,
you think that it's because of you or
Oh, absolutely.
their just
Well,
relationship is like
my dad had like really high blood pressure when I was like a teenager, so
Yeah.
like he was very like explosive with me. Like we would fight. Like I broke a mirror over his head. Like we would like
Girl,
physically
who are
fight. So like, and like, I was wild.
so
yeah.
note to myself. do this to Kaylee. His mirrors will be shut. Just kidding.
I do not fight anymore. I'm like so calm, but like back then.
That's why I'm saying, I was like, who are you?
Right?
When I met, she's so quiet until we got to the bowl.
I'm very competitive.
Which is a really good thing.
Yeah, like in
really
like sports situations, not like in like
life,
but like
in high school, maybe she was competitive towards everything.
Very, and
everything.
In
I can do this more. I can do this more.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, then I didn't drink for like 2.5 years. Like,
after high school.
Grade 10. I like was like, I'm never drinking again, and like literally did not touch alcohol for like 2.5 years. Like the rest of my high school experience, but then
after
like
that situation,
after that exact but like hey, like I got so blacked out, like I dove into a hot tub, lost my pants, like was puking in some random person's house, like some guy was carrying me around. It was like,
are you serious?
Like it was bad, like, and there was like videos of me, like it was bad. Like I was known as the thong girl. I was known as the thong girl because I walked around the party in a thong because I lost my pants. Like I was gone. Like someone should have took me home, but nobody did.
But that's how you figure out if you're real friends or not.
And like back in grade 9, like walking around in a thong is embarrassing.
At 15 years old.
Yeah, now I'm like,
fuck it. Now she has clothing that says, "Hey, daddy."
Yeah. Now
I have a thong.
Now I'm just posting pictures of thongs, but whatever.
Who cares? Honestly, I grew up where like very cultured and very religious family.
Yeah.
Philippines, if you've known Filipinos, we're very family oriented, and the thing is, a lot of in my culture is like, oh, watch out what this person says or what they say about you. We never, I really didn't get taught to be like, hey, just be yourself and be happy with who you are. And
you're always
I
scared about
accept
people
you.
judging.
Yes.
Right?
So that was one thing that I think I grew up in, and it made me like more so insecure about myself and very like trying to please everybody and I just don't want to do that now. Like I'm at the age where I'm like, fuck it, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying. I don't care what other people says about this person, but I always look at the good side of that person, right? Because I think everybody has their own experiences like you do.
Yeah.
And look at where you are right now.
Exactly.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Be proud of who you are. Like,
yeah.
You're not the same person.
Oh, definitely not.
And you definitely learn things.
Yeah.
Right? From the experiences that you had.
Yeah.
So.
Totally.
I mean, for me, hey, it's a win-win situation. At the same time, so you go through experiences, and that's what made you who you are right now.
Yeah, and like I'm grateful I got them out when I was like young, and then like I feel like in my adult life I've been pretty wise, so I'm like, you know, it's good that I was like really done that, because I would not want to be like doing that stuff in my 20s.
100%.
Like, and there's so many people I know that do it in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I feel bad because I feel like not because our school didn't teach us to be just like, school doesn't teach us like what life is.
no,
really.
not at all. Not at all.
Because what I learned from school has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. Like, has nothing to do how I live my life right now.
Yeah.
And I wish I was taught where, hey, at the end of the day, you're gonna end up paying your bills, and you have to do this, and you have to be straight up with people so that they don't take advantage of you, and like don't let any other people judge you because of the things that you made, that you did.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
To be honest, people like learn their mistakes, and also people change. That's one thing that a lot of people is like, oh no, she's the same person. Because if I look at you now, and I was in high school with you, I'd be like, no, she's still the same person. That would suck. Like, no, she's still that person who wears thongs and I puke at someone's house, and like an older man picked her up. Like, I don't want to look at the negative side of it, you know. For me, I look at it as like, hey, she lived her life, and
absolutely.
But guess what? She's a different person now, and I think not a lot of people can see, like, doesn't look a person like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's also people that never change.
There is some people that, and I think those are the people that judge like that. It's like they didn't change.
That's the thing. Because you've changed and other people hasn't. Because a lot of people, if they don't change, they might be your friends in high school, and then when you change your lifestyle, change who you are, they tend to run away.
Right.
And one question though. Have you lost friends because of what you're doing?
I don't know if it's necessarily like what I'm doing, but like definitely.
Or as a person, like in general.
Yeah, like I haven't stayed, I guess, as close with the people from back home as I thought I would. Like when I first moved here, like a lot of my really good girlfriends, like we did stay in touch and like kind of went back and forth, and now it's kind of like we fell off. But it's also like it probably is because of what I'm doing for work, but then like there's also like the whole vaccine thing that like caused segregation between people. Like some of my friends are either like pro-vaccine or like you know, like con, and then like butt heads about it. And it's like, I don't care what you do with that kind of like.
I think they can make their own choices.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the same thing too. How you can make your own choices to change lives, to change your life. And I think that whole thing right now is what's happening in the world. Yeah. It sucks because it does give division to everybody. But you know what? It's your own choice, and
it is,
I'm not gonna stop you for doing what you want to do in your life. And even in general in life, like I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Yeah, you know,
exactly. I don't care what other people do. I don't care
what you do with your life, as long as you don't hurt no one. Yeah, and you're not hurting anybody. Fucking go do your shit, man. Exactly. Like as long as you're not being pushy at anyone, you're all good. Like I feel like that's
the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. Like I'm not telling anybody what to do. I can give advices. Yeah. But that's up to you, or suggestions. Yeah. But that's up to you if you're gonna do it or not. Yeah. Because I have a lot of girlfriends also. They talk about, like, let's say back in the day. I sound so old. Back in the day.
But literally, I say that too.
But when it comes to relationship.
Yeah, that's always another one.
You know what I mean? Like you tell your girlfriend, it's like it's not the right person for you. You know, and it's just like he treats you or she treats you like this. And it's like, for me, it's not also like telling you what to do. It's like, have a respect to yourself, to that person. Yeah. Right? So, to me, advices and suggestion I can give, but at the end of the day, it's all choices, right?
Yeah. So. And like that definitely plays a factor. And like losing some of my girlfriends, because like my ex that I moved here for was like toxic as hell. So like some of them were like, Kaylee, like I just can't do this anymore.
And you have to respect
and
that.
And I did, absolutely.
And you have to respect that.
And now I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, I was so dumb. Like, I see that.
I admit that. It was my fault.
Right? And like, I have girlfriends in that too, where it's like, you know, like you tell them, but I'm that person that like, do whatever you want. Yeah. Like, and I'll listen, I'll be there, I'll support you, but like eventually I'm gonna be like not want to hear about it, you know, like, but it takes me a long time. Like I will give you a solid year or two, and then I'm like, hey, like
that's a long time.
And then I'm like,
year or two.
I've been that. I've had a lot of bad relationships, so I've been that person a lot, so I can be patient with it. But it's like, eventually, I'm like, hey, you need to get over it. Like,
Oh my god.
If you start repeating the stories, and I'm like, okay, girl,
it's time to move on. It's time to move on. That's crazy.
Absolutely, yeah.
So when did you start getting a tattoo then? Because I know your ex does tattoos.
Yeah, he does. I would say like I got heavily tattooed in the last year, actually. So like this last year, it's been a lot.
So what made you choose to get a tattoo?
I've always loved tattoos. Like it's always been like I've always wanted it. It's just like I struggled with money for like so long that
I know. Why is tattoos so expensive?
Yeah, it's expensive. So I never could do it, right? And then like now I'm like, oh yeah, I can afford tattoos. Just
one hour work, sure. Maybe 5 minutes I can do a small thing.
Yeah.
What's your first one?
My first tattoo is this one on my foot, and it's so dumb.
What does it say?
It doesn't even make sense.
Remember
the mist. It makes no sense. Like I was.
I'm trying to make it make sense.
Okay, like so when I got it young, like probably 18 or something, and I was like thinking, I want to like, you know when you want your first tattoo, you're like, let's make it meaningful. So I was like, how do I get a tattoo for everyone I've ever lost? So I'm like, it's remembering the mist, but like the wording does not make sense.
And it's on the foot.
Yeah.
Why on the foot?
I just like. I don't know why. Like I really like it's like that 18-year-old Kaylee is like a different person. Like I don't understand.
Like went 360.
Yeah. Like what were you doing with your life? Why were you like allowed to adult? Like
No, 100%. Man.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. I got a tattoo. My first tattoo is like the one on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
And no one knows about it until I ponytail. And they all ask, what is it? But it's you can't tell what it is, but like it's like, can you tell me what it is?
It looks like some kind of like yogi sign to me, like
I'll show you guys what it is. Like this is what it is.
I don't know.
Right? Can you see it? Okay. So this is me. I was an adult.
I was an adult.
And I think I got it, oh my God. When did I move here in Calgary? 2014. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I just went in to a tattoo shop and I'm like, I want to get a tattoo. I was like, what would you like? I'm like, do you guys have availability today? And then they're like, yeah, what do you want to get? If it's a small thing, I can do it real quick. It's a small one, right? Mm-hmm. So looking through, I was like, oh, let's just put my zodiac sign.
Oh, it's a zodiac sign.
That's not my zodiac sign, but no one can ever tell. They thought it was like a gang member, or it's like a freaking, but it was in their booklet. Okay. That was one of their.
Yeah, so I like astrology, so that makes sense. I was thinking something like along like a spiritual side.
It could be like that's the thing, you can't tell it, right? Yeah. But that's our first tattoo. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it never does.
It never made also no. Now I'm like me. I was like, I want to put something that makes sense of what it is.
Yeah.
But now the rest of my tattoo has a meaning.
Yeah.
But, like I have only 3.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want to get the sleeves, but at the same time I was like, I'm a competitor, like bikini competitor. Mm-hmm. I just do not know when I will compete again. Yeah. And that's one thing is like, if I compete again, the tattoo kind of blurs a little bit of like the
definition.
The definition sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I wanted like most of the time bikini girls are like very, very how do you say it? Like clean so that you can show your physique and stuff.
Absolutely.
Right, but eventually I want to get a tattoo. I just don't know when, what.
And the hard part.
Yeah, like I have no idea, like, or if it's something that I want to look until I'm older. Yeah. There's so much to get into because it's like permanence.
Absolutely.
But like, there's people that can pull it off, which is you can pull it off with the hair, with the lash, with like the whole thing. You know what I mean? With your name, it's so much goes into it. So I'm like, so all the tattoos that you got, is everything has a meaning?
This doesn't have a meaning. I've like gone with like my famous couples theme is majority of my tattoos. Like there's some that
famous.
Yeah, couples. So like I've got Joker and Harley. Quinn. Got Batman and Catwoman. This is Princess Leia and Han Solo from Star Wars. And
so she's a little bit of geek.
Yeah, I am.
I'm a little nerd geek.
I'm a little nerd.
Yeah, I'm a little nerd. Okay.
Yeah, then I got Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Oh. And then this is one that my ex did. So he designed this one. So I wanted Morticia Gomez from the Addams Family because like they're such a great couple. And then he did like the rest of the characters. So like these aren't couples, but like they're the couple.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
so you watch what's it? Addams Family.
I did when I was younger. Yeah, I used to love that show when I was younger.
I watched that too. Like I think I watch it like once every 6 months.
Yeah.
It's just I think it's something like especially for Halloween. It's just something that you watch like okay. I want to refresh my brain,
Yeah.
and I think the aesthetics too. I like the aesthetics.
Yeah, it's
of
like
it,
also
like
nostalgic. Like it's like our childhood.
childhood,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, like
And that's like basically like the daughter is almost like me when I was in high school.
yeah, like when.
But I'm not the killer. I'm not a killer. I'm just like the emo, the quiet,
Yeah.
and don't. Because I was like that in high school too.
I-
Back here, and when I moved here, I was like that. But in Philippines, I was totally different person. So when you, at your generation, like at
Yeah.
your high school moment, you were doing that. In Philippines, I was like that, but without the whole addiction to the whole drugs, the whole
all
thing.
drugs and partying.
Yeah, and the partying, more so like I just skipped classes.
Yeah.
And then always like getting into troubles. But like, not that much though, because I did represent in my school, but my dad is so strict. So,
Yeah.
and my mom too was like, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm being picked up and like brought to school to make sure I'm in school.
I was
But-
the worst for getting. I don't even know like how my mom like didn't get me this. Like I tried it. Like I've thought about it a few times, and I'm like, what did I do like when I wasn't at school? Like
Yeah, what did you do?
I don't like. Did I go out? I don't know. Like I don't remember. Like I don't know where I was while I was skipping.
Would you
school.
like to remember?
I don't know. Like maybe
Would
I
you?
blocked it out. I don't know.
Because are you a type of person who's like, oh, okay, if it's negative, I don't want to remember it at all?
You know what? I never really thought I was, but like everyone's always like, you got like a really bad memory. Like you don't. I don't like remember certain things. Like people will tell me stuff, and I'm like, really? Like we did that?
See,
That
I used
happened?
to.
Like
I'm the same way actually, because when it comes to like either negative or like how do you say negative or like something that I've done that I don't want to remember.
like traumatic almost.
Traumatic
or like
almost,
you're not
yeah.
proud of or anything.
Honestly, I blocked it.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I think
I-
I block stuff.
I think I blocked it and I try not to remember it.
Yeah.
But once someone mentioned it, it comes back.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh, here's the trigger. Like, you know what I
hate when you
mean?
get triggered. You're like,
I was like,
all of a sudden
oh
flashback. You're
yeah.
like, oh god.
The whole thing was like, I did that? Oh my god. Like, but I normally block every negative energy
Yeah.
to it. Like, from, especially now, like, COVID happened and like you became so like aware of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh my god, that was the worst thing I've done. Like,
yeah.
like things like that, but I do block negative stuff. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's just not.
yeah.
It doesn't add to my lifestyle anymore. Or it doesn't add benefits to me. Like I just block that because it's like I don't need it, and I'm not gonna go back to that. You know what I mean? It's past. Like
Yeah.
But I like to remember good memories, and I was like, oh, I would like to do that again.
Right?
Like, let's do it. But anything negative, I like try to block it. Like,
I don't know, maybe if it's even necessarily blocking, but you work through it and you let it go.
yes.
Because like blocking almost sounds like it's like like your trauma response. But
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not like, you know,
They're
trauma
like
response.
hiding it off because it comes back.
Yeah, yeah.
But more so just like
let it go.
letting it
yeah.
go. It's
Because like
okay,
you
that
forgive
happened.
yourself, like whatever. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
wanna,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to remember it. But it always, someone
Yeah.
always mentioned it in some weird
Right.
way or form. It gets mentioned. And you're just like, oh,
right.
that was it.
Like, I did that down. Alright, put up with that down.
Exactly. Putting up with that.
Yeah.
There's things that we do put up a lot. And
Oh.
then we're like, did you remember that?
I look back at like my relationships and I'm like, what? Like,
How many relationships have you been?
honestly, not that many, but like I've done a lot of longer ones. So like,
What's the longest relationship you've
I've had 2 4-year relationships. So,
2 4?
but like no one's ever made it
2
past the 4-year one.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had 2. So I've had when I was in high
2
school.
4 years, that's long.
Yeah, and then I dated another guy for 1.5 years, which was like my last one before this.
Mm.
And he like that was well, they're all pretty bad, but that was like the last bad one.
That was the last girl. That was the last girl.
Yeah, that was.
And
yeah.
that was like, that basically kind of connected all of us.
It really like it did.
It could
Honestly,
make, like,
he changed my life like in every single way. Like I was so angry with him, and I had so much resentment, and I was like, I'm gonna destroy this man. Like I hate this man.
Yeah.
But like I've realized, like, I let it go and I was like, he gave me a new life, and like this was my path. Like I was drawn to him for a reason, and I like obviously ignored all the red flags because it brought me here. I've met like amazing people. My life is completely different, and like I will not go back. Like you cannot make me go back. Like I love my life now, and I will. And so
it's different, and it's like. But to be honest, like not a lot of people can just say, "Oh, I'm not going back," because most of the girls, and we've seen this, go back, and it's just like for you to just step forward and just like, no, I don't want it anymore.
No, like I mean, there's relationships where you're like, okay, either like I'm going to like end up killing myself, or he's gonna kill me, or like I need to walk away, and that was it. Like I've never been that depressed in my life, and like it was horrible, but it brought a lot of good in my life after, right? So like sometimes those moments where you're just like, man, like I just want to give up, you like rebuild yourself into like another, like no, I don't want to say like I'm a new human, but like a better
person.
Yeah.
No, there's are people that comes to your life either for experiences or to learn a lesson. And I've been there too, and trust me, it's not a fun way of just like giving up on something that you're used to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
well, it was really
the
hard
acceptance
too.
of like letting go is so refreshing, because you're like, because not a lot of girls do that. Like I said, they more so they're used to it, that they just want to keep going in the same routine, the cycle, and don't want to always denying the fact that it's toxic.
Absolutely. Well, and those people, like those manipulators, isolate you, which is why he brought me here, was to isolate me, right? Like I didn't know anybody.
You.
He had complete control of me. We lived in a big house that I could not afford on my own. Like I needed him. I was homeless without him, and like I didn't know anybody here. So like, who could I run to? Like at one point he took my phone and he smashed it, and I was like, I literally can't leave the house because I don't know my way around Edmonton. I don't have a GPS anymore. I don't have anyone to run to. I don't have a single friend. Like what am I going to do, drive to Saskatchewan to like get away from this guy? Just leave my dogs and everybody, like or everything, I guess. And I'm like I was so isolated, and then eventually I got to the point where I'm like, you know what, fuck it, living out of my car is way better than this.
And that's what happened for 3 months.
Yeah. I literally.
Kudos for you for being able to like do that, because not a lot of girls, and I've heard it so many times. Not a lot of girls can just like walk away from it because they're so used to that. But trying to help someone to just be like, hey, letting them know that it's not healthy anymore, and the fact that you did it to yourself, aren't you proud of yourself?
Oh yeah,
like definitely. It's like I did that was the worst thing in my life. Like
I was embarrassed though, because like my high school relationship, like they're actually very similar. Like they are very similar. So like I was almost like in a state of like, I can't believe I got myself back into this fucking situation with a guy just like this. Like what the fuck is wrong with me? Like why do I attract this? So like I was like embarrassed of it, like more than anything the second time.
Did you blame yourself? Maybe something that
I did. I blame myself in the sense of like, I can't believe I was like dumb enough to like fall for this and like move here. Because in that state, like I was so lost. I didn't know where I belonged anymore. I felt alone, like not everything. And then I just like kind of was like, so where do I go from here? Like where do I belong? I don't know. Like I'm like, I don't have anything in Edmonton, but I don't have anything in Saskatchewan. So I'm like, where do I go? What do I do?
The best part is to go travel and live in your car.
You go to Kelowna.
That's what you do.
Yeah, you go to Kelowna, you jump off cliffs, you find waterfalls, and you find yourself again.
Because you know, is that in that time you probably thought like, it's like, I have nothing to lose now.
Yeah.
I have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
What the heck? Let's fucking do it. Like, who cares? Because jumping off the cliff is very...
I I love doing that stuff though. Like I'm like the person, if like I go traveling, like even just like when I go to BC, like I'm like, let's go find the waterfalls, let's go find like the hidden gems.
So you're like very into nature.
Yeah, I love nature. Like
you love hiking and all
of that. Yeah,
I do too. And living here is kind of hard.
It is. But it's better from like Saskatchewan is like flat. Like there's nothing there.
Actually, I've been there.
Yeah.
I went and visited one of my girlfriends there. Drove for 5 hours to go see her. And then I was like, what can we do here? And then there's a little beach there.
There's beaches. That's one thing I do miss. Saskatoon, we have the Saskatchewan River through it, and which we do here too. But there's no beaches here.
Ugly.
Their beaches are like horrendous. They're disgusting. They smell bad.
Yeah.
But like I lived like close to downtown in the city I was living in, and literally downtown we have beaches. So I walk to the beach, and like literally every summer I'm on the beach. Like there's like beaches for your dogs. You can go like to the beach with your dogs. The dogs like at the dog park almost. And
that's
swim.
so cool.
So like I was always at the beach. So like that's what I find hard about here is like you have to drive 20 minutes at least.
And this is why I travel a lot to BC.
Yeah.
Because I love hiking. Like I used to hike Grouse Grind. I don't know if you know Grouse Grind in Vancouver. It's called Grouse Grind Mountain.
Yeah,
so you can hike there.
I've never been to it, but I've heard.
You heard it?
Yeah.
But I would go there 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I would try to beat my hours every single time.
Love that.
And my best time was like probably an hour and 15 minutes, but I literally run from the bottom to the top. Sometimes people could take like 3 hours because it's a very like hilly, but I love doing that. I love doing natures, and
I do too.
And I think that's what we don't have here.
We don't.
And it's a very stress reliever.
It's like honestly like. I lived on the south side when I first moved here, and I'd go to Terwilliger Dog Park, which is like, it's a great little hike in the city. I'd go there all the time just to like get a hike in. Because like when you're depressed, hike.
Yeah, hike and music.
Yeah, like get a little boombox, hike, and like get a little sun, and you will feel so much better
for yourself
by the time you're out of there. And like, I'm happy I live closer to the mountains. Like, I mean, I'm like, okay, Jasper's only 3 hours away. It's not too bad. But to live in BC, I would be so happy for sure.
That's my end goal.
I think that's
to
like every
live there and be able to just do the things that I love. Because here, everywhere you go, like you kind of have to travel, and you have to like make sure the time is like right, or else you get there so late.
Yeah,
and it's like it's so different than living in the BC, but it was so expensive there that we just made choice to like, you know what, fuck it, I'm leaving. And then I mean here, to be honest,